Confidence is not one size fits all, and it's also not a destination. It is a journey. And there are a few things that I found that have helped me not only feel good, look good, but also move in my life in a way that I can be proud of. Hey queen, welcome back to the Conscious and Chic YouTube channel. I'm Kathleen and I'm so happy that you decided to click on this video. This channel is all about growing in your life, glowing up, leveling up, and also fashion, beauty, and all the amazing lifestyle things. I restarted my channel a little bit ago. I have maybe like 6 videos up by now, and I really hope that you'll join me on this journey. So go ahead, subscribe, turn on your notifications so you don't miss any of my updates. You don't want to miss any of my videos, because consider this your 15-minute glow up. Okay, maybe 20, 30, we'll see where this lands, but consider this your glow up for the day, because confidence, like a lot of other things, is an inside job. We think about glowing up externally, but this one starts from the inside. So let's dive in. First thing I want to say about this is that insecurities are normal. Everyone has insecurities. I don't care who it is. I don't care how confident they are. Everybody has insecurities. So first, if you have insecurities, please stand up, raise your hand. Okay, fine. You see everybody has them. Let's move on. Being confident is not the absence of insecurities. It's how you move in the world and what you do when you do feel fear or when you feel insecure. Is how do you move? What do you do? The first thing I think is so important is knowing what your insecurities are, knowing what areas you're not confident in. Because first of all, well, maybe second of all at this point, insecurities and confidence are not absolute. It's not either you're confident or you're insecure. You can be both. You can be confident in certain areas of your life and feel more insecure in other areas. So as you're on your confidence journey, we're all on our confidence journeys. One thing that I think is so important is tapping in. Tap into yourself, tap into your insecurities, try to understand why you feel the way that you do about certain things, why you feel fear in certain situations. And this might involve some therapy. I am not a therapist. These are tips that I found helpful, and so I definitely recommend everyone seek the help of a professional, especially if you've been through trauma in your past, and really tap into yourself. One way that I tap in is by journaling. If you're feeling fear, if you're feeling insecure, write down what is actually happening in your mind and in your heart and what you're actually feeling, and try to work through those feelings by writing them down. Sometimes our minds can get so cluttered and so clouded that we're not even able to step outside of ourselves to understand why we feel the way that we feel about something, and to work through those emotions and understanding what's going on here. Is this real? Is this made up? And if they are real, then there's certain things that you can do to help alleviate those fears and also help you move forward in your life. Once you've come to realizing what your triggers are, what your insecurities are, you brought them to the surface, something that's very important is tapping into God also. God is your source of confidence. God is the one who created you, who gave you a purpose and has a plan for your life. And sometimes you might be fearful in life because you don't know where you're headed, but God knows where you're going, and you need to ask Him to give you direction. Ask Him, hey, you've made me with certain gifts and certain talents. What is my purpose? Where am I going? How can I use these gifts that you've given me? And maybe you might be sitting on the other side of the screen and saying, I don't have any gifts, I don't have any talents. That is false. We all have gifts and talents, and sometimes what's difficult about it is the only person that you're not able to see in the room, like if you're in a room full of people, the only person you're not able to see is yourself. And sometimes we're not able to see ourselves in terms of the gifts and the talents that we have, because they seem so mundane and so normal to us, because we do them without even trying. We do them with no effort, and so we don't think that there's anything special about it because it's so easy for us. But that is where the secret sauce is, honey. It's those things that either people come to you for, or they ask your advice about, or they're always complimenting you on, or if they say, oh man, I could never do this, like you do this so effortlessly, it's so easy for you. Those are your gifts. Maybe you're super organized. Maybe you're a really good baker, a really good cook. It's easy for you to talk to people or relate to people, or people feel comfortable telling you their secrets. Whatever it might be, that's your gift. And you might have multiple gifts, and being able to tap into those gifts, stepping into them, is gonna help build your confidence. Something that I realized really helps with confidence is keeping your word to yourself. There is something about saying that you're gonna do something or promising yourself to accomplish a specific goal, as far as it's up to you, obviously. If you say, I'm gonna wake up at 5 tomorrow morning, or I'm gonna go for a run, or I'm going to eat healthy, keeping your word to yourself and being disciplined actually builds your confidence. It's one of those gifts that keeps on giving. And I know discipline is maybe becoming somewhat of a buzzword nowadays, and might also get a bad rep because discipline sounds like something that's not that fun, but it's actually the gift that keeps on giving. The more disciplined you are, the more you trust yourself. The more you trust yourself, the more confident you become. When you're able to say, I'm going to do this, and try it in your own life. Don't take my word for it. Try it. Make a promise to yourself. Maybe you want to start small. Say, tomorrow I'm going to wake up. Let's make it 15 minutes. I'm going to wake up 15 minutes earlier, and I'm going to read for those extra 15 minutes. If you accomplish that, I promise you, your confidence will go up a little bit. And if you do this every single day, maybe you say, you know what? Tomorrow, I am not going to reach for my phone first thing in the morning. We've all been there. We all do it, and we all know better, but it happens. But if you're able to break that bad habit and keep your word to yourself, it will boost your confidence. And you can do this in every area of your life, whether it's relationships, whether it's your schoolwork or your job, and see how your confidence grows. Then get back to me and let me know that it worked. Something else that's really important as you're building your confidence is learning to move on quickly. And what I mean by that is, if you do something, you make a mistake, and you're disappointed in yourself, that might lead you to lose some confidence. But I just want to say, forgive yourself quickly. Show yourself grace. Think about how you would show grace to someone else, and do that for yourself. I think that sometimes we're so hard on ourselves if we fall short from what we think we should be or where we think we should be at. Forgive yourself quickly, and if you fail, also move forward quickly. Don't just sit in that place of failure. Don't sit in that place of disappointment for too long. I like to throw myself these pity parties, and I learned this from, I believe it was Michael Hyatt that I learned that from, but it's basically giving yourself a time limit for your pity party. So if you fail at something, you make a mistake, or you're disappointed in yourself, give yourself a time limit. It could be 24 hours, 48 hours to feel your emotions, cry, be upset, do all the things. I mean, all the safe things. I mainly mean feel sorry for yourself and cry. That's mainly what I mean. For a limited amount of time, and then work actively towards moving on. Okay, I couldn't talk about confidence without talking about procrastination a little bit. Procrastination is one of those things that can really hurt your confidence, because when you procrastinate, you're constantly going against your better judgment. You're constantly going against what you know that you should be doing, and it could be very detrimental to your confidence. So one thing that I want you to do the next time you feel yourself procrastinating, instead of sitting in the procrastination, whether it's watching a TV show or being on social media, whatever it might be, is stop yourself, maybe pull out a piece of paper or journal and write down what's going on. Write down why you are avoiding this thing, whatever it might be. Maybe it's paying a bill, maybe it's making a phone call, maybe it's schoolwork, maybe it's an assignment at work, and write down what it is about that thing that is keeping you from addressing it and tackling it. I know one thing that it could be is a lack of knowledge and a lack of experience. Sometimes when we're trying to tackle these big projects or these goals, we procrastinate because we don't know what to do. We don't know how to actually make them happen. Therefore, we find other things that can distract us from our lack of knowledge and our lack of experience. And this leads me to this point. One way to become more confident is whatever it is that you're feeling procrastinating about or feeling insecure about is to learn. Get the knowledge. Go on Google or reach out to someone. We are not supposed to do life alone or reach our goals alone. I know we've been conditioned to think that we're supposed to be self-made, self-sufficient, but life is really meant to be lived in community. community, and even achieving your goals is the same thing. And so if you're looking for a piece of information, knowledge, go ahead and reach out to someone, or Google it, or search it, or go on Skillshare, or whatever. There's so much information out there to help you, and sometimes it could be something as simple as making a 15-minute phone call that would help you move forward. And I want to say something else about this too, is sometimes what we're trying to do, or the area where we're trying to excel in, we're going about it in a way that is just too big. It's too much to handle all at once. And so being able to break things down, whether it's a goal that you break down in tasks, daily tasks that you can do in order to reach that goal, maybe in 3 months or 6 months, that will also help build your confidence. If you found this information helpful up to this point, go ahead and like this video. Let me know what you found helpful up to this point, and let's just keep going. Transparency moment about this next one. I am not the best at this, and I'm still trying to grow in that area, and this is celebrating your wins. I am the on the go, next thing, next goal, let's move on person. I am her, she is me, we are we. And I know that is not a good thing. And if you are like me watching this video, you might be able to identify with that. I don't know what it is. We're just ready for the next thing. And I think there is such beauty in being able to pause and feeling the gratitude from the moment. And living a life of gratitude will really help grow your confidence, because it puts at the forefront of your mind all the amazing things in your life and what you've been able to accomplish. So gratitude, celebrating your wins, so important when you're trying to build your confidence. The last thing I want to talk about is, I said confidence is an inside job, but it does radiate on the outside. And there are things that you can do on the outside, and maybe I'll do a separate glow up video about the actual like physical glow up, because I'm thinking right now, and like I've had a glow up. I've definitely had a glow up, and there's certain things that I've done in order to glow up. Anyways, maybe I'll do a separate video, another 15-minute glow up or something. But for today, I really want to touch on the fact that when you look good, you feel good. And when you feel good, you're more confident. You could be confident in a bonnet, you could be confident in sweatpants, but looking the part will also help you have a certain, you know, a little oomph to your confidence. So a few things that are very easy that you can start with when it comes to your appearance. When you go out, be presentable. That does not mean a full face of makeup. It does not mean the lace has to be melted to perfection. You can wear a hat, that's okay. But put some effort and some thought in what you're going to wear. If you are going to an important meeting or an interview, do a little something extra. When you start getting compliments, people say, oh, where did you get that shirt? Or you look so good, or you smell good. Those things will also help build your confidence. Having a beauty routine or a maintenance routine is also important. Something for your hair, maybe your brows, and your nails. The way you look is going to determine people's first impression of you. It's not fair, it's not necessarily right, it's just real. Now, second, third, fourth impression, after they have the opportunity to talk to you, if you get that far, that's a different story. But the first impression is what it is, and you don't get a second chance to make a first impression. I want to make sure I mention this. This does not mean that you have to go spend a ton of money. All those things you can do at home. Yes, I do my own eyebrows. I do my own nails now, which maybe one day I'll share a little video, because I feel pretty good now about my routine for my nails. And I'm gonna say this, and we'll kind of wrap up here. I think that it's great to get all those things professionally done and to have your girl. But I also think it's very important to learn how to do it on your own. And maybe I'll start posting some shorts, giving some tips on how I'm able to do my own hair, my own nails, my own eyebrows, able to do pedicure. I could do everything on my own, because sometimes you have to. Sometimes maybe you're in a time crunch, or maybe you just want to save money, and that's okay too. Ooh, and I almost forgot. Also, your health, your fitness, and taking your vitamins, checking your magnesium, your vitamin D. You would be shocked. Your iron, how many people are deficient in those things, and it will keep you from being confident. And those those vitamins can affect how you feel about yourself. It's a lot of science. I'm not gonna get into it today. Just get your checkups and take care of your health. If you found today's video helpful, give it a thumbs up. Also in the comments, let me know what you would add to this video, if I should do a part 2. And I would love to grow our little fam to 500 subscribers. So go ahead and subscribe, join the fam, turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any updates. And I will see you in my next video. Remember to stay conscious and chic. Bye.